Welcome, I'm Stavros Mastrogiannis, and today I want to talk to you about what is missing from most weight loss programs on the market today, which is the main reason why so many people fail to achieve sustainable weight loss with those programs. My hope is once you learn what's missing, you'll be able to put it into your weight loss program and you'll be able to achieve sustainable results. I got into the weight loss field back in 1992. And when I got into the weight loss field, at that time, we're spending $30 billion a year on weight loss product and services. And during that time, obesity rate was 12.6% and overweight rate was around 50%. Today, we're spending over $65 billion a year on weight loss product and services, and with absolutely nothing to show for it. Obesity rate is over 37%, and overweight rate is something like 75%. Does anybody else see anything wrong with this picture? And if that wasn't bad enough, did you know that 95% of the people who lose weight with the current methods of weight loss end up regaining the weight back? Now, when I talk to my colleagues and other fitness professionals about that problem, they always blame the people. They say things like, oh, the people don't have the priorities straight, or they're too lazy, or this or that. Now, the problem that I have, and by the way, I gotta admit that when I first got into the weight loss field, I used to blame the people too. But once I realized that 95% of the people end up regaining the weight back, I asked the question, it can't be the people. What is more likely that 95% of the population is lazy and don't have the priorities straight, or they don't want to lose weight bad enough? Or is there something wrong with the approaches? Well, after being in the industry for a while, I started realizing that it's actually the way we approach weight loss. That is actually basically goes against human nature. And to explain that, let me first explain what is the key to sustainable results. Okay, the key to sustainable results is your daily habitual behaviors. Okay, in other words, if you're overweight and out of shape, it's because you engage in habitual behaviors that cause you to gain weight and cause health issues. So technically, weight gain and all the health issues that comes with it is a symptom. The true problem is your daily habitual behaviors, the behaviors you engage in. So if you want to lose weight and keep it off, or you want to improve your health and maintain that good health, you got to change the unhealthy behaviors that got you there in the first place. Now, keep in mind, I'm sure you heard this before. Humans are creatures of habit. We're creatures of habit. 95% of our day is run by habitual behaviors. Only 5% is run by our conscious mind. We actually think and we do. Most of our day, we do things we don't even realize that we're doing. And by the way, the reason we work that way is because if you look at the differences between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, your subconscious mind is a very powerful mind. Okay, it can do thousands of things all at once, where the conscious mind can only do one thing at a time, can only focus on one thing at a time. And if you want to learn more about the subject, I would check out Bruce Lipton's book, Biology of Belief. What an eye-opener. It really changed my whole approach to fitness when I read this book. But anyway, so the obvious question is, how do you change habitual behaviors? How do you create new habits? And the answer is actually very simple. You develop one at a time. It is very hard to try to change all your habitual behaviors all at once, because every time you need to do a new skill, that requires conscious effort. So the more skills you're trying to add into your day, the more conscious effort is required. And remember, thinking takes a lot of effort. And for those of you who have a thinking job, you know what I'm talking about. So the best way to develop a new behavior is to work on focusing on one behavior at a time. So if you have to change, let's say, 5 habits in order to lose weight, the best way to do it is focus on changing one at a time. Now, let me ask you a question. How do most weight loss programs approach weight loss? Actually, I don't know personally any of the popular methods that work on developing one new healthy habit at a time. They usually try to change all the behaviors all at once. And they do that in order to lose weight fast, because the problem with changing one habit at a time, it might take you a little extra time to start seeing results. And because we're not a society, people want to see results by tomorrow. Well, people want to change everything at once, and that's what most weight loss programs do, because they play on the fact that people want fast results. And what's the end result? burnout, and people end up regaining the weight back. And that's one of the biggest issue. And let me get a little bit more into it. Now, because with the current methods of weight loss, people don't develop new behaviors. What happens is, in order to stick with these new behaviors that the diet or the weight loss program taught you, you have to use your conscious mind. Okay, so in other words, if you're counting calories, you're counting points, or you're doing some workout that's really intense and you need to be focused, okay, that means that if your conscious mind is, let's say you were having a meal, okay, and you need to count the calories, how many calories the meal is, or whatever you need to measure. Well, if your conscious mind is focusing on the calories, well, guess what your conscious mind is not doing? Enjoying the meal. So you miss out a little bit in life by having to constantly focus on your diet, on your exercise program, and that's what eventually leads to burnout. Now, look at healthy regions around the world. Okay, like when I was raised in Greece, actually where I lived, it was a very healthy region. People lived routinely through the 90s, and a lot of people made 100 without any major health issues. As a matter of fact, a lot of people didn't even take any prescription medication. Now, we didn't even know what calorie was. There was no gyms, and yet people didn't think about their health at all, and they had no problem maintaining the good health. How come? It's because all the things that kept us in shape were habitual behaviors. It was like our fitness programs was on autopilot. So our conscious mind was free to enjoy life. Unfortunately, this is not how weight loss programs approach weight loss. They rely on motivation and willpower in order for you to keep doing the right thing. Well, the problem with motivation and willpower is that eventually they run out. And once they run out, people quit. Now, the best way to get in shape for life is to use motivation, because obviously, I love this quote, motivation is what gets you started and habits is what keeps you going. So yes, some motivation is required, but small amounts, which everybody has small amounts of motivation, to repeat an action long enough until the subconscious mind takes over, in other words, becomes a habit. Then you have to worry about it. Then you go to the next habit. The best example that I can give you as far as how this works is if you remember when you first learned how to drive. When you first learned how to drive, could you answer your cell phone? Could you do anything else but drive? I doubt it, because your conscious mind had to focus on everything you needed to do in order to drive the car safely, especially if you learn how to drive with a stick, which is even harder. Now I'm sure you can drive and do other things no problem and still be a safe driver. Why? It's because a lot of the actions required for you to drive safely, the subconscious mind took over. So now part of your conscious mind has freed up so you can actually do other things while driving. Okay? And that is one of the main issues that I see with weight loss programs, is they don't teach people habitual behaviors. So if you want sustainable results, the way I recommend that you approach weight loss and fitness is to first make a list of all the habits you need to develop or you need to change. Okay, obviously you want to change the bad ones and you develop some new ones. Then put them in order of importance and then start with the first one. Work on it until it's second nature, until you figure out how to make it part of your everyday life and you can engage in it without much thinking. Once you've done that, go to the next one and then go to the next one. This is the way I've been approaching weight loss with great success with my Simple Way to Vibrant Health. And people can't believe how easy it is to actually lose weight and improve your health. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section of the video. And don't forget to like and share this video to help me spread the word. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Quick recap. First, if you want to lose weight and keep it off, you need to change the habitual behaviors that got you overweight in the first place. Second, the current popular methods of weight loss don't help people make permanent changes in their daily habitual behaviors, and it is one of the main reasons why they fail. And third, best way to make permanent changes in your daily habitual behaviors is to work on changing one behavior at a time. This is by far the best way to change your daily habitual behaviors if you want the changes to last. If you would like to learn more about my approach to sustainable weight loss and great health, I've included links in the description of this video. Thank you.